Hello friends, welcome to Insights I Can High Yielding Series. Okay, in this series, in today's video, we are going to discuss about government schemes. And you know that we are discussing this high yielding impact series. In this high yielding series, we are discussing content related to UPSC 2024 prelims, which includes a rapid revision of things happened in 2023. In case you miss out this high yielding rapid revision series of videos, you can find this in a separate playlist named as UPSC 2024, UPSC Prelims 2024. In that playlist, all these series videos you can find. Okay. Yesterday and day before yesterday, we done even on the SNT videos as well. Before that, environment. Before that, polity. Likewise, of course, we are going to continue further as well, until we cover the entire 2023 related current affairs. Now, in today's video, we are going to discuss about 8 topics related to government schemes. Okay. Normally, government schemes, you have to understand the scheme is launched by which ministry and who are the targeted group, what are the objective of that scheme, and what is the funding pattern of that particular scheme. So, these are the areas you have to focus when you are approaching to any particular scheme. Now, regarding this, first we will check the PM-SWANIDHI scheme. Now, the PM-SWANIDHI, it is related to street vendors. Okay. After the COVID pandemic, street vendors, they were affected a lot. To help to them to arrange the working capital to street vendors, Government of India introduced this PM-SWANIDHI scheme. Under the PM-SWANIDHI scheme, street vendors, they will be provided at a very low rate of interest, and the working capital, okay, the working capital will be 10,000 rupees, and it has to be paid at regular intervals of time, and the vendor certificate will be given by the vendor committee, and that vendor committee consists of the representatives from local body and representatives from vendor. This information you have to know. The Union Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry recently they set a target for PM-SWANIDHI scheme. SWANIDHI stands for PM Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi. Sometimes when you are looking at the acronyms, you have to know the full name of that acronym. It is operating by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, and it was launched in the wake of COVID pandemic 2020 to provide affordable working capital to street vendors. It is a microcredit facility. In this facility, credit free loan of 10,000 rupees will be provided at very less rate of interest for a period of 1 year. Recently, the scheme further extended, and this extended till 2024. Initially, this scheme supposed to be last till March 2022. Then who are eligible for this loan? Any street vendors who got the street vendor certificate, which is issued according to Street Vendors Act 2014, all those people are eligible to avail the loan facility. This is the topic number 1. The second topic regarding the Jal Jeevan Mission. Recently, World Bank released a report about the impact of the Jal Jeevan Mission. Actually, the Jal Jeevan Mission is having both economic as well as the social impact on the people's life. You know that majority of the diseases are waterborne disease. Around 70 to 80% of the communicable disease, they are waterborne in nature. They can be prevented by offering safe drinking water as well as the functional tap facility. Okay, functional tap house facility, so that the safe drinking water can be delivered to each and every household. Okay, to provide the safe drinking water only with the purpose this scheme was launched. Now, let us see some of the achievements of this scheme. World Health Organization, in its study, they observe this Jal Jeevan Mission is having significant impact on the health as well as the socio-economic profile of the people. This scheme was launched in 2019, and the main objective of this scheme is to provide 55 liters of water per person per day to every rural household. Initially, it was launched with the focus of rural households, and the target is providing household tap connection by 2024. It is operating by Jal Shakti Ministry, and this scheme performance, it is providing around 12.3 crore families, rural households. That means out of entire India, 62% of the rural households, they are getting the safe drinking water compared to only 16.6% in 2019. That means it is a very remarkable progress from 16% to 62%. In India overall, 5 states such as Gujarat, Telangana, Goa, Haryana and Punjab, these states achieved 100% functional tap household facility. They achieved along with some other UTs as well. And of course, some states like Himachal Pradesh, they are towards achieving this 100% connectivity. Third one is recently Government of India issued rules regarding the MPLADS scheme, okay, and the interest generated from the MPLADS that will be deposited into the Consolidated Fund of India according to these rules. Tell me students, which article of the Indian Constitution deals with the Consolidated Fund of India? Put your answer in the comment section. Okay, MPLADS, first you have to know, MPLADS stands for MP Local Area Developmental Scheme, and this scheme is generally operated by district level nodal agency, that will be generally collectorate. Here MP will recommend certain developmental works which generate the durable assets, and once these works are recommended by MPs, they are going to take up and they will be executed by the district nodal agency. At the union level, this particular scheme is operated by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Okay. Under this MPLADS, 5 crores, each and every MP will get 5 crores of money that will be released in 2 installments as 2.5 crores. And one more thing, as a part of developmental works, generally the Lok Sabha MP, he has to spend this MPLADS money within his constituency, whereas Rajya Sabha MP, he has to spend the money within a state from which state he elected to Rajya Sabha. Whereas nominated MPs of Rajya Sabha, they can spend the MPLADS money anywhere in India, that you have to understand. And this MPLADS money are non-lapsable. That means even though they fail to spend this 5 crores of money in one financial year, they are not going to be lapse. Okay, they will remain available. This information you have to know. The Union Finance Minister, they revised the scheme so that the interest amount of this fund that will be accrued to Consolidated Fund of India and members of Parliament Local Area Development Scheme, MPLAD stands for, it is central sector scheme. That means 100% of the money will come from the union government. The scheme was launched in 1993. The main purpose of this scheme is to create the developmental works as well as works which are durable community assets in nature. Implementation, MPs will recommend the work and the nodal district authority will implement the works. Funding pattern already explained. The money under this fund is non-lapsable. Okay. Next topic, FAME India scheme. Government of India, it would like to stop funding to FAME India scheme. First you have to know FAME India scheme is all about promoting the electric manufacturing in India. You know that India decided to reduce its fossil fuel consumption. In order to achieve that, simultaneously Union government decided to encourage the manufacturing of electric vehicle. As a part of that, previously Government of India announced certain incentives to electric vehicle manufacturing companies, and now Government of India is going to stop that kind of funding. We will see further details regarding this particular scheme. FAME, the Indian government is considering pulling the plug, that means stopping on its 10,000 crores FAME India second version of scheme. FAME, first you have to understand, FAME stands for the faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicle. That means it encourages the faster adoption of electric vehicle instead of the vehicle which dependent on fossil fuels. The launch and umbrella mission, the faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicles. This scheme initially, the first phase, it was launched in 2015 under the National Electric Mobility Mission. So to encourage the electric as well as hybrid vehicle purchase by providing subsidies. Hybrid vehicle means they run both on fossil fuel as well as electricity. And to narrow the gap between the prices of the traditional vehicles as well as the electric vehicles, to narrow that gap, the Government of India launched this scheme. So as the price is narrow, then people will show more interest to buy the electric vehicle. That is the main purpose here. Objectives: to encourage electric vehicle manufacture and to reduce the vehicular emissions by reducing the dependence on fossil fuels. Then the scheme also aims to establish electric charging infrastructure, and FAME India scheme targets to convert around out of entire vehicles, 30% vehicles should be the electric vehicles. The target set is 2030. So these are some of the target years related to FAME. Next, topic number 5 we are going to discuss. This is related to UDAAN. Okay, UDAAN 5.0, that means 5th edition of the UDAAN scheme recently been unveiled by Government of India. Okay, this UDAAN scheme nodal ministry is Ministry of Civil Aviation. Tell me students, in India drones are regulated by which ministry? Okay, which ministry regulate drones? Put your answer in the comment section. Now UDAAN is all about improving the regional air connectivity, that means providing flights to second tier as well as the third tier cities. That is the main objective of UDAAN. UDAAN stands for Uday Desh Ka Aam Nagarik scheme. This scheme is launched by Ministry of Civil Aviation and it is a part of the National Civil Aviation Policy 2016. Originally this scheme was expected to be there for 10 years. Of course, Government of India thinking of extending the scheme as well. So through this scheme, at least 50% of the seats in air carrier they have to be offered at very less price. In this process, if the air carriers, if they get any losses, those losses will be supported by Government of India. That money will be given by Government of India by creating a separate fund for that. Of course, for that fund even states and UTs also they have to contribute. Objectives: to promote the air connectivity to remote and regional areas so that trade and tourism can be improved. Even the common man able to access the air travel at affordable price, so that employment also will be created. Under this scheme, half of the seats in air traveler they have to dedicate half of the seats, okay, for only 2,500 rupees price for 1 hour of flight journey. In this process, whatever the losses incurred by the air carriers, that money, that gap has to be filled by Government of India through viability gap funding. For the purpose of viability gap funding, the scheme is expecting for the creation of regional connectivity fund. For the regional connectivity funds, normal states they will contribute around 20% of this fund, whereas states having special category as well as UTs they contribute 10% to this fund. Okay. Next topic, Smart Cities Mission. According to the recent announcement from the Smart Cities initiative, Indore won as a best smart city and Madhya Pradesh won as a best performing state in the Smart City Mission. Actually here you have to understand, smart cities are cities which are going to provide various solutions which can improve the quality of life to the people who are living in that city, and these cities will give most importance to the sustainable development, and of course they are going to be the cities with lot of renewable energy dependent. So now see what is the news about this Smart Cities Mission. The Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry they named Indore as the best city and Madhya Pradesh as the best state regarding the India Smart Cities Award 2022. Smart Cities Mission, it was launched by Union Government in 2015. Objective: to promote cities that provide infrastructure, clean and sustainable environments, and they are going to give best quality of life through the application of smarter solution. That is the main motto of this particular scheme. Why you have to concentrate on the cities? Because as time is going on, majority of the number of people who are living in cities it is growing. Even the contribution of GDP to cities it is also growing. So according to few estimates, in near future the GDP contribution from cities it is going to be the 2/3 of the entire GDP. The focus is about creating sustainable and inclusive development by creation of the smart cities. Need for such mission: at the moment cities accommodate 31% of India's population and they are contributing 63% of the GDP. By the time 2030 it is going to be increased further. Around 40% of the India's population as well as 75% of the Indian GDP they are going to come from the cities. And Smart Cities Mission it will cover 100 cities from all the states, and the ranking in the cities, around 50% of the 50% of the weightage will be given to urban population in the city, as well as 50% weightage given to number of cities present in the state. Based on this weightage, ranking will be given to the states. According to the latest rankings, Madhya Pradesh is the best performing state in the Smart Cities Mission. Financing of Smart Cities Mission. The financing is done by centrally sponsored scheme. That means certain money will be contributed by the union government and certain percentage will be contributed by the state government. Next, Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Man Dhan PM-SYM. This Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Man Dhan, this scheme is about 18 to 40 years. People who are working in the unorganized sector, they can contribute certain amount of the money based on their entry age into the scheme. After contributing this money, when they reach 60 years of age, actually they have to contribute money up to only 40 years, but after the age of 60 years onwards, they start receive the pension. It is like a social security program. In case the policy subscriber, if he dies, then his spouse can get 50% of that pension. Okay, by this way, they are going to be provided with the social security in the late age. Now let's see. According to the Ministry of Labour and Employment, around 46 lakhs unorganized workers, they have been registered under Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Man Dhan pension scheme. Here unorganized labor means where the employment is not based on the terms and condition. Generally unorganized labor, the common jargon we use is blue collar workers. For organized labor, we use the word white collar workers. PM-SYM, it is a central sector scheme, that means 100% money will be contributed by union government. Here 100% money means the policy holder, he will contribute. Okay, for example, if he wanted 3000 rupees pension after 60 years, for that now he has to contribute, for example, 4000 per month. In that 50%, that means 2000 will be contributed by the policy holder and the same matching grant, same amount of the 2000 will be contributed by the union government. Here state government don't involve. In this, LIC is the pension fund manager. This entire money will be maintained by the LIC. Eligibility, they must come from the unorganized sector and the monthly income, their monthly income should be 15,000 or below, and the entry age for this scheme 18 to 40 years, and they should not covered under new pension scheme, employee state insurance corporation scheme, employees provident fund organization, and they should not have income tax returns. So these are the criteria for the beneficiaries. Features: minimum assured pension of 3000 rupees after attaining the age of 60 years. Meanwhile, if the policy holder dies, 50% of the pension will be given to the spouse of the policy holder. Contributions already I explained. Next program is PM-SYM scheme. This is about the digital mapping of the Gram Panchayat assets as well as the private individuals' assets in the Gram Panchayat. The main benefit of this scheme is Gram Panchayat will get to know what are their properties, as well as individuals also their property rights will be recognized, so that way disputes related to properties can be reduced. And once the Gram Panchayati properties, if they are decided properly, that means they can use that properties for further development. So because of this digital mapping, Gram Panchayatis, they better able to plan their developments. Okay, you know that according to Article 243G, Gram Panchayats were given the powers to plan their economic developments. Okay, let's see. SVAMITVA scheme. Recently, Union Minister for Rural Development and Panchayati Raj, they issued guidelines regarding the SVAMITVA scheme. SVAMITVA stands for Survey of Villages and Mapping with Improvised Technology in Village Areas. This is the full name of the scheme. It is in the collaboration effort of Ministry of Panchayati Raj, Ministry of Panchayati Raj departments in state level, and Survey of India. These are the stakeholders in this particular initiative. Through this initiative, mainly they are going to provide integrated property validation solution. That means in the rural area, all the property boundaries will be identified by this digital mapping. In this, they are going to use the drone technology, and this is going to be the operated between 2020 to 2024. So that means 4 years of span. Benefits: it will streamlining the planning as well as the revenue collection by ensuring the property rights to individual as well as the Gram Panchayat. This will enable the Gram Panchayats to make their own Gram Panchayat developmental plans. Constitution empowered the Gram Panchayats to prepare their own developmental plans, and these developmental plans are going to be in according to the 11th schedule. You know that under 11th schedule, around 29 subjects were assigned to the Gram Panchayats. On those areas, Gram Panchayats can prepare developmental plans. Now we will see yesterday's video questions. Yesterday's video question number 1. Which of the following are the indicators used by IFPRI to compute the Global Hunger Index report? For that, which one they used? The answer is C. 1, 2, 3. All of these parameters will be used. Second, which of the following gives Global Gender Gap Index ranking? It will be by Global Economic Forum. Next, Global Financial Stability Report is prepared by International Monetary Fund. That is about Global Financial Stability Report. Today's question. With reference to Swachh Bharat Mission, consider the following statement. Read the two statements and pick the which statement is not correct. Next question. Atal Innovation Mission is set up under which ministry? Next. Who among the following can join the National Pension Scheme? Okay, who can join? So these are the questions of today's video. Now, as we reach to the end of this video, these are the topics we discussed in this particular video, and this is the detailed analysis regarding the Prelims High Yielding Series related to government schemes. Thank you.